No matter what year it is, if you want to lose weight, you gotta focus on your diet and exercise habits. And 2021 is no different. But we've never been in a year like 2021. What makes this year different? Well, we have fewer farms in the US, restaurants are closing, gyms aren't as readily available, and our food supply chain has been disrupted. Don't forget about increased depression, anxiety, and others that plague our society. We've also got people painting their faces and storming our government buildings. Oh, and there's also the
Sadly,
looming
case counts up
pandemic.
means the death count will
The
go
one
up. On
that's killing
Thursday,
people.
the highest death toll from the coronavirus as the United States dealt with the insurrection. More than 4,100 of your fellow Americans died from COVID.
So far, it's safe to say that in 2021, we must keep our minds strong, our bodies nimble, and our immune systems impenetrable, which means we must watch what we eat and need to exercise during one of the most difficult times to do so. So, how are you going to lose weight in 2021? Well, let me explain. First off, we need to break down the diet. Many people cook at home, which is a great way to ensure that you are eating healthy. However, currently, grocery stores are raising meat prices, they're running out of meat, and the same goes for other items. No big deal. We always have takeout, right? Well, as we all know, restaurants are also going to be a little bit a hit or miss this year, with thousands of locations already closed and with more expected to come. So it would help if you found a diet that can persevere through all the changes. Not the easiest task. However, it's just not all doom and gloom, and everything isn't all going down the drain. Grocery stores are still open, they do have food, and there are still restaurants serving healthy food. But there are changes, and you need to be able to adapt to these changes. This year's way to lose weight is to be open to new kinds of food and have these new options readily available when your go to shuts down or has a mile long line. It also may not be feasible to follow one hyper focused diet or one type of food for the whole year. This means you'll have to grow your knowledge of all the different kinds of food that's out there and their health implications. Thankfully, this will pay out dividends in the long run. So, don't do what most people do in times like this, which is just throw up your hands and head to McD's, the cheat day. Don't do that. If you're in the beginning stages of losing weight, a cheat day can turn into a cheat week, then this is just the way I eat now. And 2021 is going to make it very easy to come to this conclusion. And at times, you will go this route. But to lose weight, find some healthy restaurants to add to your list and think of alternative foods to grab at the grocery store. Don't think of one or two places to go to eat or one or two items to cook. Instead, have a handful of each bouncing around in your mind. So when one is out or not open, you don't just go the path of least resistance and eat unhealthy. Also, you can prepare yourself for the incoming famine and start fasting. Just kidding, right? But it is a good time to reduce your consumption, and intermittent fasting is a great tool to aid in your effort to lose weight. So, expand your knowledge of food and what's locally available to yourself, and maybe stop eating breakfast. But that's the first tip on how to lose weight in 2021. 2020 showed us that restaurants across the world could not only immediately shut down, but they can stay shut down for several months. The same goes for gyms across the globe. In fact, many gyms are still closed. If you're in an area with good weather, you might be able to find an outside gym. But in the Midwest, during winter, it's a little bit more difficult. So, what does that mean for 2021? Well, the answer is that we really don't know. We can only hope for normalcy to come back, but we can't count on it. Which is why, if you want to lose weight in 2021, you must be able to adapt. What do I mean? Well, maybe your local gym opens up for a few weeks, but then it shuts down for an undisclosed amount of time. What do you do then? Well, what most people do is they take a few days off, maybe eat more than what they want, and maybe, just maybe, start doing some exercises at home. Or they'll just pack it all up and say they'll start trying to lose weight when the gym's open, whenever that'll be. Clearly, choosing either of these paths will not lead to losing weight. The answer is to adapt to any changes. If your gym is open, have a home workout plan on deck. Buy some dumbbells now, don't wait. Because if the gym's closed, you should be able to switch over to an amazing home workout plan seamlessly. Your gym closing should not completely throw you off track. And if you are stuck at home with no gyms to go to, you need to adapt to that and either create your own rigorous workout program or go online and find one. Make no mistake, those who do not adapt to the vicissitude of our current times will not lose the weight they desire this year. As the Marine Corps says, adapt and overcome. Okay, when everything is running smooth, there's no pandemic looming over us or a recession that's creeping up behind us, it's usually pretty reasonable to have and maintain some sort of productive routine. However, we are in a pandemic, businesses are closing, jobs are being lost, and we, the people, are struggling to stay optimistic. This means that sometimes when you get off of work, you might just plop on the couch and watch TV instead of heading to the gym or laying out your yoga mat. And doing that is not too unreasonable, which is why if you want to lose weight this year, you need to really put out when you do decide to follow your schedule. Because let's be honest, most people fall off their programs during ideal times. So although I don't think you should deter too much from your path, I do recognize that this is inevitable. So when you're sitting on the workout bench looking around at all the people working out with masks on, or when you're at home and you keep glimpsing at the couch who's inviting you in to lay down on it, remember that tomorrow you might not even decide to show up. This means you need to do what you can to counteract that, and working out in a more focused and intense manner is a way of trying to do that. So if you do end up showing up to your workout for that day, don't let yourself get distracted and lethargic. Don't just go through the motions, because if you miss a few days here and there and don't put out when you do work out, you're not going to lose weight, right? Makes sense? So put out more than what you usually do, and this will give you double benefits. One benefit is that you'll be strengthening your body and burning more calories than if you just mosey about your workouts and your workout schedule. And the second benefit is that if you do end up putting out your max effort every single time you work out and you're able to show up more consistently, then that's a win-win. You'll have a greater chance of losing the weight you want, and you will be considered someone who is able to get in shape during a pandemic. Okay, those are the 3 tips on how to lose weight in 2021. We are in uncertain times, which means your emotions and mental state are more than likely going to resemble Halloween at Six Flags. So, unfortunately, your body and life just don't care about what's going on in the outside world. And the answer to persevere through these times and lose weight does not involve taking it easy or doing less. To lose weight in 2021, you must be nimble. You must be able to adapt to any situation and put out more effort than you would in any other year. There's a saying in the military for when soldiers are in a war and when things just completely suck, whether it be no real food for months, no showers for months, constant enemy contact, and just all around misery. That saying is embrace the suck. And that's the last piece of advice that I'll leave you with. Good luck, and thanks for watching.